The quiz we have for today is entitled World's Apostasy. And so it is a word which we've been warned about, which we have been encouraged to watch and pray for. The Apostle Paul, all the other apostles made some reference to how we are to remain vigilant. So just like the hymn, we want to be able to stand up and also be alert. So the quiz, again, will have its question 1. The Antichrist will not be revealed until the apostasy, or the other meaning is falling away, or those who change their mind, those who say that, oh, I'm a Christian, and they said they've been serving God 100 years, and then 101th year they say, oh, well, no, they change their mind, which is a very sad situation. But this is what is it's there in the scripture. So the scriptures point to the fact that this will happen, and so we need to be alert. So then the question is that, is it true or false? The Antichrist will not be revealed until the apostasy or falling away. Falling away meaning that falling away of those who said they were Christians, or of Christians or believers. And then, so that is what the Apostle Paul is telling us. The question now is it true or false? All right, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4. Brother, please. Okay, I can start so that I can start that. It says, 2 Thessalonians 2, 3 and 4 says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, seated in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So the question is that, well, it's a question we shouldn't be asking, but for the purpose of study, we have to go into this, because as we know, we want to always do expository of every word that we read. So when the Apostle Paul here is saying, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, which means, what does it mean by that day? That day means that the day of the Lord, when Christ will come and rapture every Christian, every true Christian, every true believer, every person who has really repented and been united to the Lord Jesus Christ through that redemptive work on Calvary's cross. And we all know that Christ will come. Christ will come at the right time. And when he comes, it is going to be a secret rapture. So the secret rapture has been said as sometimes I'm sure some of us have seen videos that people have made, that all of a sudden somebody is watering his plants, and all of a sudden the person, whatever he's using, the bucket or whatever he's using, or the faucet or whatever, or the anything that he has hose, sort of falls down and the person is gone. Somebody will be driving, and we may think it's dangerous, but it's going to be at that time when things happen, and things that will happen. Somebody will be driving a car, somebody sitting next to him, all of a sudden either the driver will disappear or vanish, and then all the passenger will vanish. And so, as the Lord Jesus Christ also said, that in that day, two people will be in the field, or let's say two men will be in the kitchen, or two men will be in the house, in the room. One will be taken, the other will be left. And so the question is that, are we ready for the rapture? Because that is one part. So the rapture is one, as we've been told. Let no man deceive you, by any means. For that day of rapture, it will not come. The rapture will not happen until, except there come a falling away. Falling away, it means that somebody, again, we've said, people who said they were this, but then all of a sudden they turn around and they are not. And so that's why the Christian race, it doesn't stop. A race means you are always going forward. You have a goal ahead of you, and you are always pressing on, and on the race. If it's 100, you are doing, or 440, or the relay. You have to keep running and give the baton to the next person, and that next person is going to be Christ. Christ is waiting to receive the baton, and if we don't get to that finishing level, then this is what he's talking about. Except there come a falling away first. And then, and that man of sin is revealed. That man of sin, meaning that somebody, his name is a man of sin. Who else can be called a man of sin than Satan himself? So now, Satan, in this case, the devil, will use somebody, because we know the devil likes to use his agents. And so here, and that man of sin be revealed. That man of sin, in this case, and even though it's a Satan is going to allow somebody who is an image of him, who is an image of sin, well, there's not much that I can use than to say that everything evil, everything bad, the son of perdition, and that person will stand in place of the devil, in place of Satan. And we also have read, Revelation 13, of what that man of sin will do. He is what we call the Antichrist. He is the one who's going to come and say, Antichrist. I don't know if we know the Antichrist. That name means that person is against Christ. It's actually two things. He is against Christ, and he also stands in place of Christ. So he says that, so how can people play double sin? He says he is opposing Christ, and then he's at the same time saying that, I am in place, I don't even know how to explain it, but if somebody is already opposing somebody, if you're opposing him, it's one, but you're opposing him, and then you're also saying that, as we read in the last verse, it says, the person is going to say that, it's not, of course, well, let's clarify. When the person comes, the person is not going to say that I'm Antichrist. That's the first thing that we should know. He won't say that I'm Antichrist. He's going to tell you that I am Christ. I am God. He's going to profess and use all those qualifications that can only be applied to God, and people will believe him. So that is what he's saying here, that, and that man of sin be revealed, son of perdition, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, and we only have one God. So if that person will come and say, I am God, or that is worship. We worship God, right? All of us worship God. But he's going to say that, no, you can't worship. I am the one to worship. You have to worship me. I am the one to worship. So that he, as God, seated in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So do we see what he's doing? This person, we all know from people who, let's use even preachers. There are other preachers who come. They say, "Oh, I'm this, I am this," and many people have come and professed that they are Christ. They have done in other parts of the world, and they have people follow them still. That's the thing that is, the devil has fooled so many, millions, thousands of people, and it's making them to worship him, to worship the person he has put there. And we know that Revelation tells us that what is going to happen is that the devil will allow, the false prophet and then, the dragon to create an image. And that image will talk. And the image will say that, hey, you guys, if you don't worship the dragon, you are going to die. I'm going to kill you. An image. So image will talk and say, look, you need to follow what I'm saying. Otherwise, and you have to worship me. You can be president. You can be a pastor. You can be whatever you are. You have to still worship me because I'm in charge. United Nations is working on it. They are working to take control of the world to make sure that, oh, yeah, they are doing it. But one day, soon, with all the problems in the world, somebody's going to come back and say, well, look, all these presidents, all these things, they haven't done much for you guys. So, look, me, I am going to be able to solve all the problems. I know how to do it. Just give me let's give me a little bit of time. And let me prove to you. Unfortunately, he's going to perform miracles. He's going to do things. And people will believe, oh, wow. Let's give him a chance. Let's allow him. And what do people do when they see something that makes them say, wow? They are going to get it. So here we are being warned that this thing will happen. And the Antichrist, will be revealed. And then we see that means that people who say they are worshiping God now, and they are worshiping the devil. People say they are Christians, but the things they do, how can somebody say they are worshiping God? And then they put an idol in the church. Or I'm not even going to call it the church because the church is supposed to be a sanctified place where such things shouldn't exist. But things are being done in the name of the church, and God is saying that somebody is going to come, and then he's going to, say that he exalts himself above all that is called God. And don't we find it really dangerous, sinful, abomination? May God help us so that we would really watch and pray. And go ahead.
It's not a question, but I just want what you just got to explain to relate it. I mean, in real life, we notice that, there's a lot of religions all over the world, and people worship Christ different way. We the Christian, Jesus Christ is the Son of God, right?
Yes.
And the Muslims, they do not believe Jesus is the Son of God.
True. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, so
excellent.
what you explain, I'm trying to relate it. Now, you notice that some Muslims are converting to Christianity.
Even some Muslims believe in Jesus Christ.
Yes. You go all over the world.
I know a strong Muslim who wrote on Facebook, I'm a Muslim, but I believe in Jesus Christ.
Oh, you saw that? Yeah. Muslims are converting to Christianity. They're just saying that the fact is coming up.
True.
And
True.
Christian too, sometimes I know they do the same. Sometimes they get tired and say, I'm going to do worship. But yeah. But it happens mostly with the Muslim religion.
I agree. And I know.
Jesus now, when they visit our church and our pastor speak, they got moved. Look what happened in Saudi Arabia, in Iran. People running away seeking asylum because of, they're trying to divert from Muslim to Christianity because they have found the hope in life.
Right.
See, so,
Christ preaches grace and love and peace and salvation to all. And that is why God made it simple that you do not have to do something to be received, to be saved. It is just by believing that He is the Son of God, and that is a process that those whom God have chosen. God is going to choose many, many people from different places, and so even the Buddhists and all of those, and God is going to.
Worship animal. I don't know These people get different belief, but you can, that doesn't believe. They think animal will save, from your soul.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
People believe in trees too.
Yeah,
even animals can breathe.
Yeah,
Trees can breathe.
I got a guy that I work with, and in his office, he a Buddhist. And got a big stuff there.
Yeah.
He prayed to that thing every minute.
Yeah.
So one time I think the cleaner came and took it off. It was rough in the office that day. They had to call a meeting. The cleaner said, look, you got to respect religion. This is a free country. You know what I'm saying? The guy took the Buddhist and put it down in the trash can. Oh man, that guy came in next morning. The whole office was also down. People had to come from DC for that. He raised a contention that it was segregated. The USCIS was segregating against a religion. People had to come from Washington for that stuff. Wow. So, but so it's interesting.
Yeah. So, from what I've just read, I think to keep us in context, let's read a little bit of Revelation, because we want to get, something I like to, well, no, let's not read it now, because my questions, I think, so we'll postpone until later.